All right. Well, welcome back, everybody. It's been a little while since we've seen each other, and we're getting a little late start. We've had some technical difficulties on the other end, but let's go ahead and let's get warming up. So let's just start twisting kind of gently here, get some blood pumping. How's everybody been doing?
Ain't froze to death yet, but tonight might be a challenge. It's saying 0 to 5 degrees. So
Ooh, I am stiff getting going. I'm going to keep this going a little bit. I'm excited. Kansas plays Kansas State tonight in basketball. This time of year, college basketball pretty much rules our television anyway. All right, another couple seconds twisting here. Remember, nothing too violent, nice and easy. We're just warming up. Everything is to your ability level. It's whatever you're feeling. All right, now I'm going to start by reaching my right arm across and twisting to get a stretch in my lower back. All right, go Tara. It's good for you guys. Make sure you're not getting any AD, anything that lets you know this isn't good for you. But we need to loosen up before we get our workout in. All right, I'm going to hold that for a little while longer. All right, loosen it up. Now let's go back to the other side. So left arm across the right. I'm able to grab the back of my chair a little bit. All right. And I don't know about you guys, but not only the cold weather, but especially the weather is switching and I just get really tight. So I'm looking forward to limbering up here. All right. Work it back and forth just a little bit. Now I'm going to stretch down and really reach forward. I like to get my elbows inside of my knees, and then I can feel a stretch up in my armpits. Really pushing this forward. Yeah, last week was a little rough for me. I was fighting off a UTI, but I feel like I got over the hump without antibiotics. Well, I say without antibiotics. I do bladder irrigation, so I use an antibiotic solution and then I instill it in my bladder. So that's definitely using antibiotics, but nothing systemic that I'm taking orally. All right, sit back up. And let's get some water. Speaking of bladder health, let's stay on top of the hydration. I know I'm much better about hydrating in the summer, but it's just as important in the winter. Even more so because the dry air will pull the humidity out of your body. All right. Let's continue with stretching, taking our left arm across the front. All right, I feel that in the back of my shoulder, down at the bottom of my shoulder over here. Just the more I research, fitness and strength training and, maximizing everything you can do, the best things you can do are drink water and sleep. Those are the biggest performance enhancing drugs, and everything else is secondary. All right. Just work that out a little bit. Now let's get the right arm across. And the more I discover how important those things are, it's like, the stretching is very important. You got to get loose. It's like an ounce of, what does it say? An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Stretching is definitely the prevention. All right. Now let's go back with that left arm. If you can get that above your head. Then it takes me a second to get my right arm up. Oh, and there we go, spazzing all over the place. And there we go, reset. And I'm pulling on this left arm with my right. You know, as people that are disabled or wheelchair users, we are asking so much out of our upper body. And even if you're using crutches or a cane or anything, we're still using so much more of our upper body. And we got to take care of it. Overuse is a real problem for a lot of us. The repetitive nature of the things that we're doing. We're always curled over in front of us. We need to get upright and open up. All right, let's get that right arm behind your head and stretch it down. And everything we do is nice and easy. Nothing should hurt. If it hurts, it's bad. That's your body telling you to stop. But I can tell just now, my body's responding to the stretching. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling lighter, loosening up. All right. All right, now let's just get started with some walking in place here. And get these arms going. Nothing too crazy. All right. Let's get this going for a couple minutes anyway. Try to get your heart going. You want a very sustainable pace, and if you feel like pushing it harder today, go for it. It's totally up to you. All these exercises you can scale up. If you have elastic bands, TheraBands, if you have weights that you want to use, go for it. Some people prefer to do this kind of exercise right here with arm weights. If you got the strength, if you've made time in your schedule where you can dedicate this time right now to really focusing on strength, add weight to it. If for you, this is more about loosening up, take it easy. This is so scalable no matter what you're doing.
If we scale up, can we have your apartment?
Hey, I do want to let everybody know on February 17th is a Friday, and from 4 to 7, we are having a community event, not up here at our apartment, but on the 16th floor here at our apartment building. And everybody is welcome. It's for the paralysis community. So I hope you guys can make it. And if you're ever looking for a spot to watch the Kansas Jayhawks or the Kansas City Chiefs, I'm your guy. Keeping it going. Where are we at? We're just about 2 minutes in. All right. Shake that out, get some water. We'll get about 30 seconds of break. And then we're going to go into some strength. I got to sleep in this morning. They canceled my therapy because of the weather. I still had a research appointment in the afternoon, but so I'm a little extra tight. I haven't been doing very much today. All right. We're going to do some tricep work. So let me flatten my chair out a little bit. And if you want to lift yourself straight up, if you can get your hands around your butt and use your triceps to push up, that is great. For me, I'm going to put my hands on my knees and I'm going to come forward and push my core up this way. But we're just going to do all about 30 seconds of just strength training, focusing on this as best you can, and let's go. I do have some extensor muscles. So for this exercise, I try to leave my trunk kind of flaccid and let my arms do the work. All right. And we're going to take a little break. We're going to do some interval work with this. I want to really try to get those triceps going. Let me get my feet adjusted here. But, all right. Hopefully you're starting to feel that in your triceps a little bit. Let's set up here. Let's get ready for another round. Here we go. Remember, nothing hurting. Really trying to focus on strength, on form, activating those muscles. I'm trying to squeeze my shoulder blades together, set my scap. When I'm doing this, I have a lot of shoulder issues, and these are things that my therapists are always yelling at me about. So I try to practice it at home. All right, let's take another 30-second break. With the cold weather, I just keep trying to tell myself it's cryotherapy. You know, there's all this data about how shivering for, I think as long as you get 11 minutes a week is where the data says you see a benefit for reducing cortisol and inflammation. So when things suck this winter and you're outside and you're freezing, just, you know, you're doing cryotherapy. You're lowering your cortisol levels. That's what I tell myself. I don't know if it helps or not, but that's what I'm telling myself. All right, let's get the third set of triceps in here. I guess the nice thing about Louisville is even when it gets cold, it doesn't stay cold. We might get 3 or 4 days, but then you always get seems like you always get a 30 or 40 degree day to break it up. And for me, that's all right. All right, I'm starting to feel a little fatigue. Let's go in for another 30 seconds break. We're going to keep hammering these triceps for just a couple more rounds. And did you guys watch football on Sunday? Those that 49ers defense, they were good. And I expected the Eagles, the final score was about what I expected, but they didn't turn it up till the fourth quarter. The 49ers hung in there way longer than I expected. They were on to their 5th string quarterback. It's wild. I don't know how my Chiefs are going to handle the Eagles, though. It's going to be a fun game, though. Let's get after these triceps some more. Really trying to finish this at the end, activate those triceps. You know, I struggle with the tricep activation, so I try to focus on that. Even though it might look like I'm really sucking at it, I'm trying to focus on finishing at the end. really getting the contraction out of that muscle, extending at my elbows. And for you, you might be focusing on different aspects. It might be different for you, but we're just trying to get better together. And keep it up for a few more. All right, another short break. Shake that out. All right. While we're taking a break here, let's do some circles. Let's go backwards and really try to open your chest up. Wherever you feel like you're getting a good stretch and you're opening it up, just really focus on that aspect. So much, you guys that are guys and girls that push your chairs, you're over and you're rounded. And, in my power chair, I tilt my chair all the way back for blood pressure issues. And then I'm rounded, leaning forward, doing everything. And that's why I have this kyphosis, the rounding of my back, and my shoulders are coming forward. And it's just so important for us to open up the other way, stretch against that, gently stretch against that. Open that chest up. Really trying to stretch side to side. I remember when I had just gotten out of college and I went and visited one of my good friends in Brooklyn. And when we were in his apartment, I could touch the wall with this arm and I could touch the other, and it wasn't a hallway. That was his apartment. All right. Let's get back into those triceps. We're really going to attack these. So here we go.
I had an apartment like that once. You had the crouch in the shower, again, the shower head, and you couldn't sit on the toilet. You couldn't sit regularly. You had to sit sideways because your knees would hit the wall.
Side saddle.
But it had a fireplace.
Right? Yeah, that's a great thing about being in those big cities, is you're close to everything, so you don't need it in your apartment, I guess. All right, keep pushing. All right. Stretch that out. Take another 30-second break. Let's get some water. Let tilt back a little bit here. All right. We're going to go into some punching. So nice and light. Let's try to keep this pace up for a couple minutes anyway. This year my wife and I got season tickets for Kansas basketball. There was a time we thought we were going to be moving back to Kansas, and then we decided to keep the tickets when it didn't happen. And so we've been giving the tickets away this year, every game, to wheelchair users, since they're wheelchair accessible tickets, and it's really hard to go to sporting events in a wheelchair, as probably most of you have figured out. But we were able to make it back for one game, and Kansas was going to play TCU. Both ranked, both doing really well in the Big 12. And, we bought these season tickets. We got to go back for one game, and we got to watch Kansas suffer the worst home loss in like 50 years. So money well spent this year. At least when they turned around and had to come down here to Kentucky, they showed out. So I have bragging rights at therapy. Chiefs beating the Bengals, Kansas beating Kentucky. That fares well for me running my mouth. All right, let's keep going. Hopefully you guys are hanging in there. I know I'm feeling some burn back at, around my armpits. The same area that I was kind of getting activated when I was pushing up, working my triceps, and that's by design. We're trying to really attack that area. Yeah, but if any of you ever think you could get back to Kansas for a basketball game, we would be happy to set you up with tickets. All right, let's keep this going. I was really excited. Kansas basketball, they play in Allen Fieldhouse. Fog Allen, they say, is the originator of coaching in college basketball. And tonight, his grandson was supposed to sit in our seats, but the weather's also really cold in Kansas and he's not feeling well. So at the last minute, I had to find somebody else to take the tickets. But Matt Fritzy, one of my friends who came down here to Louisville, was in this program for a while. He's going to be able to take them. So he'll get to see Kansas face off versus Kansas State tonight. You guys can't tell, I'm kind of a crazy sports fan. Last night, Texas Tech, Iowa State. Great game. Overtime. I think, a lot of other college basketball fans, they aren't like the Big 12 basketball fans. We really care about league play and we want to win the league every year. So I'm watching who is in first right now because we're tied for second. And so I want who's in first to lose so we can get first place in the league. It just makes this time of year really fun. All right, let's take a break from that. Shake that out. Get some water. Staying on top of the hydration. All right. If any of you guys were around when Chris Gray helped out with one of our classes, he had a strength exercise where we were lifting up under our legs to work our biceps. And that's going to be our next one here today. We're going to try to get some strength work in on the bicep. So while we're finishing up the break, I'm going to start setting up. I got to make space for my hand to get behind my leg on both sides. That's where I'm lucky that I have wrist extension. As long as I can wiggle my hand in there, then I can use that extension to move things around. Good. All right. I can hook this here. There we go. All right. Starting with right arm curls. We're going to go for 10 of these. So just getting a look there. My leg is fighting me. 2, 3, 4.
It doesn't look like you have an app named.
5.
You can't search for it in the App Store.
I got my watch under my leg here and I'm hitting buttons. Siri's yelling at me. I'm sorry. 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Man, that was not easy getting into position, but I felt good activation in my bicep. That was a good exercise. Let's get set up for the left arm. All right. There we go. And 10 of these. 1, 2, 3. See, I got my arm hooked back here, so I'm not bringing my core forward. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. And then we're not going to take any break here. We're just going to get set up to go back into the right arm. So essentially, we're going to get a little bit of a break because I'm sure you guys don't take quite as long as me to get set up for this one. There we go. And hopefully Siri will start yelling at us here pretty soon. All right. 10 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, switching back to the left. And something you guys can do to vary this exercise, pulling straight up like this, that's going to activate one head of your bicep. If you get your hammer grip like this, that's another one. Palm down, another one. You can vary this a lot of different ways. All right, let's get this left arm set up. Second set for the left arm, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Back to the right side. And if you at home, if you have a better way to do your biceps right now, if you want to bust out some weights, by all means, do it. Scale this up however you can. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sometimes my heel gets stuck on my chair, and that's fine. There's still resistance there. So I just still give it an effort, try to contract that muscle on my bicep, and then relax it. I think that's 8, 9, 10. Back to the left. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, we're halfway through our biceps. Shake it out, drink of water. Hannah and I have a skiing trip at the end of this month we're excited about. And if you guys have any tips on how to stay warm, or if any of you have been skiing, let me know. I'm not really sure what all to expect. Let's go for another 10 here. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I know depending on my ability level, how I do on the mountain, there's a couple of different options for me. There's one that I think you steer with a joystick, so it's got, you can steer left to right. And if I'm strong enough, there's one that I'll have outriggers on. And, I don't know how it's going to work out. But hopefully I'm strong enough to at least try that one out. And then if I wear out early, then I can, spend the rest of my day in the easier one. We'll just see how it goes. I'm hoping I don't freeze, and I'm hoping I have a good time on the mountain. 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, back to the right. Got 2 more on each side still. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excuse me for a second. I'm going to yell at my house. Hey, Google, set the thermostat at 70 degrees. I don't know if you guys could hear that blowing in the background, but that was driving me crazy. And I'm right in blasting of the event right up here. So I'm getting hot doing this workout. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Got 1 more set of each arm. Keep it up, guys. It's a good strength session we're getting in here. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 10 more. We're done with this one. All right. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I really noticed my legs really loosened up towards the end of that. You know, at first they were really fighting me, and I feel like I don't exactly know what's going on, but I think it's my hamstring and my glute that's kind of activated, and it's like driving my foot down, and it makes it hard to pick up on it. But as we did that exercise, and as I was strengthening my biceps, working that leg out, it loosened up on me. You know, so hopefully I'm getting looser and getting stronger. Let's
Same
take a
thing
little
here.
drink.
Same thing.
Awesome. Mm. All right, staying on top of that hydration. And then for those of you that were doing, you know, tricep work earlier, this is going to be more trunk extension. You know, before I was using my arms a lot to come up and down this. I'm going to try not to use my arms. And we're just doing trunk extension. So you can scale this up however you want. I don't have very good control of this. So for me, this looks pretty slow. If you need to use your arms, that's okay. If you can do this fast, like you're doing rapid fire sit-ups, that also is okay. Just keep going. They always tell me to lead with the back of my head and then roll it up, kind of like a reverse S. So a lot of times I don't know exactly what they mean, but I just try to do it. Really trying to come all the way down. And then when you come up, bring those shoulder blades back, down. set those, like really flexing down. Come back and just really set those shoulder blades back and down. And you're doing this at whatever speed is right for you. You know, if you have good control here, get some dumbbells in your hand, you know, hold those up at your shoulder and make your trunk work harder. If you can do that, great. You know, scale this up however you can. You can take your arms, hold those out in front of you, you know, find out where it sucks, find out where it's really hard to do this. And if you can still make it happen, then maybe that's the range you should be doing this exercise in. Let's keep going. And coming upright. And let's go into some cross punches. Nice and light, but really working across the body. Twisting that core, not violently, but enough to loosen it up. You know, I'm moving at my shoulders. You know, you see, you got some swing here, and then let's add some elbow extension. Nothing popping, nothing crazy. Stand, reach. At whatever pace is good for you. Reach, reach, reach. Really trying to get right with that left and really trying to get left with that right. I have a tendency to hike my shoulders up like this. Make sure we're keeping them down. Keeping our body in a good position to do what we ask of it. All right, shake that out. Take a little break, get some water. I didn't give you any break between those last two sets. I wanted to push it a little bit there. All right, every chance you get when you're just sitting here stretching, waiting on the next set, try to open up. Try to unroll that curl in your back if you have one like me. Open your chest up. Trying to be more mindful, take deeper breaths. You know, there's a lot that we can do that really isn't working hard. It's just staying on top of it, I would say. And we can do much better jobs about these little things with no equipment. It doesn't take any money. It doesn't really even take any time. It just takes a little intentionality out of us, and we can improve our situation with that. I think that's very powerful. Let's stretch it out just a little more. All right. I want you to try to reach down to your toes. And then we're going to come up and press. So down to the toes and up and press. And this is at your pace. Toes, trunk extension, military press. Toes, trunk extension, military press. Toes, trunk extension, press. Toes. Call this TTP, toes trunk press. Looking good, guys. Keep it up. And up, reach, toes, up, reach, down, toes, up, reach. All right, take a little break. It's a good set. That's a good compound movement for us sitting exercisers. Ooh. Hope everybody's getting their Valentine's plans all figured out. If you have somebody you're supposed to impress on the 14th. Try to be better about those things so I'm not scrambling at the last minute. It's always stressful when you're trying to figure that out with no time. And I think it means more. So it means more if you take the time and plan it out. It doesn't have to cost more. It doesn't have to, be crazy elaborate, but just taking the time to think about it. All right, let's go into some more compound movements. Toes, trunk extension, press. Toes, trunk extension, press. And if it's not good for you to lean over, you can stay up. You can modify this however you can, do what's safe for you and then try to make it hard. That's everything in here should be safe and hard. But it shouldn't hurt. There's a difference between it being hard and it hurting. And we don't want anything to hurt. We're doing this to feel better, not worse. Keep it up, guys. Toes, trunk extension, press. All right, take a short break. Let's get some water. We want to keep the body moving. All right. Stay loose. We're going to start jogging. I'm really trying to focus on some twisting in my upper back here. And then really driving it back. Really focusing on those elbows coming back. All right. Let's keep this going. Hope your New Year's are all off to a good start. We all should have thoroughly thrashed our resolutions by now, right? All right, keep working this. More left to right. Get a little side to side action in here. Now let's punch up. Let's try to throw those shoulders a little bit. Let's still engage the core. Oh, this is a good one here. Let's keep going. Keep it up. All right, take a little break. Get some more water. Here in I was talking about the Valentine's plans. So what I have cooking is, of course, there's got to be a little side project with it. But we have good friends that live up in Michigan, and we're gonna go visit them and go out to dinner on Saturday. But I also have a good friend in Michigan who is a part of the Michigan Sports Adaptive Program. His name's Dr. O. He actually won $1 million recently from Good Morning America for their sports program. But he's invited us to come check out their strength and conditioning, and then they also have some other sports programs. I think there's going to be strength and conditioning on Thursday night, and then we're going to see tennis on Friday. Another tour on Saturday before we have dinner with our friends on Saturday. So got Valentine's Day handled, and then I also get to check out the top strength and conditioning program for wheelchair athletes, and hopefully I can learn something there that translates to this class. So I'm looking forward to that. All right. Hopefully you guys got some water, and we're going to go. Let's roll it out. Spazzing me out right away. Keep it going. Try to maintain good posture. Don't hit yourself. Reminding myself mainly. And reverse. Back the other way. Backwards. Keep going. In reverse. Now we're going forwards. In reverse. Really burn it out, guys. All right, now take your left arm, go over your head and stretch that a little bit. Catch your breath. Hold that stretch. The right arm, stretch that a little bit. All right, shake that out. Whatever you guys did for triceps. Here we go again. Another set of triceps. Keep it going, guys. Really trying to activate those muscles, flex those triceps hard, whatever you're using. So run what you brung kind of exercise class. I don't know if you're old racing fans to get that reference. All right. Shake that out again. Let's get some more water. Hope you guys are starting to feel it in a good way. I know I'm starting to fatigue, just means that we did something. All right, let's walk it out one last time. Start jogging here. Trying to stay loose, staying hydrated. And
don't know about you guys, but I am ready for the longer days, the warmer, longer days of spring and summer. Just seems like as soon as I get home in the evening, I have dinner and then I start getting ready for bed, and there's the day. You know, and I know there's still 24 hours in the day, but in the winter, there's just not as much day for me. Keep going, guys. Let's keep that heart rate up. Let's finish strong. We've got a great workout in here today. It's good to be back. It's good to see you guys again. And just like last time, this is very driven by your feedback. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you don't like. You know, if it's me you don't like, Liz will find you another host. But this is just about us getting together and having fun and getting better, trying to stay focused on our goals together. You know, we all just want to get healthier. And it all looks a little different for all of us, but we're here to get motivation from each other. And, you know, this is a good thing. You know, once a week, I know I'm going to come in here and I'm going to get a good cardio workout in. I'm going to get some strength in. I'm going to see some other people that are dealing with the same thing I'm dealing with. You know, psychologically, I think that's very important. You know, so this is a really good thing for me, and I appreciate you guys for coming.
Appreciate you doing it.
All right. Yes, sir. All right. Let's bring that right arm across the front. Nice stretch there. Left arm across the front. The back of this is tight from all the tricep work we did. So pulling here, you know, just a little bit, just till I feel a little stretch. You know, I think in my younger days when something hurt, I kind of had the mentality of stretching out of it. You know, like I just gotta, I can stretch out of that. No, when it hurts, you stop, you back off of it, let it heal. All right. Thank you very much for joining this week, guys. Look forward to doing this next week. And like I said, it's all driven by your feedback. So let me know what you like, what you don't like. And I look forward to getting better with you for the next couple weeks.